Starting in the AWS Management Console, I remember that AWS Autoscaling is part of Amazon EC2. So I'll start by going to the EC2 console page. Then, using the left-hand navigation pane, I'll scroll all the way down to Autoscaling, and then click Autoscaling Groups. The reason I'm going directly into Groups is because I know that the group creation process will be where I can create everything I need for the autoscaling requirements. From the Group page, I'll click Create Autoscaling Group, and then put in the specified group name of Practice Group. As you can see here, I am able to create my launch template now. If I had created one earlier, then I could select it now, but since I didn't, I'll click Create a Launch Template here. That will hold my group creation process and open up a new tab for me to create my template. Per the requirements, I'll name my template Practice Temp, and then go down to the Launch Template Contents. For my AMI, I'll go with the Amazon Linux 2 image that was specified in the requirements. My instance type will be a T2 Micro. I won't include a key pair because the requirements don't specify one. I'll make sure it's launched into a VPC. Select the specified Practice SG for the security group, and then click Add Tags to create the required tags of Project and Lab. Since the instance's resource type is already added, I'll just go to the bottom of the page and click Create Launch Template. Now that the template is created, I can close that tab and then click the Refresh button back on my group's creation page. The refresh now allows me to select my newly created template for the group. I can see that all of the details are how I set them, so now I'll click Next. This page will be where I can specify the VPC that I use. So I'll select the Lab VPC and select the Private 1 and Private 2 subnets as stated in the requirements. Clicking Next allows me to set my health checks, which I'll set to the stated 150 seconds. And I'll enable the monitoring under the additional settings before clicking Next. The requirements say that I need a max of 3 instances, a minimum of 1, and a desired capacity of 2. So I can set those here before I move on to scaling policies. Once I select Target Tracking Scaling Policy, and since the metric type is already set to what I need, I only have to change the policy name to Practice Policy, set the target value to 70, and then enable the Instance Scale-In protection before clicking Next. I am not required to add notifications or tags for this policy, so it looks like I'm good to go on creating the autoscaling group. The last requirement I need to fulfill is to create a CloudWatch alarm. Navigating to the CloudWatch console, I can click Alarms in the pane on the left, and then click Create Alarm. To get to the metric I want to set the alarm for, I could click through the guided search, but because I'm given the resource count requirement for this metric, I can also just search for that and it will show me where to find it. Now I'll click this button that says Usage by AWS Resource, then select the only result that has the metric name, and click Select Metric. I'll keep the static threshold set, select greater/equal as the alarm condition, set 25 as the threshold, and then click Next. For my notification, the requirements state that the trigger should be for when the alarm is in alarm. From there, to notify using SNS, I'll select Create New Topic, name the topic Practice Topic, set the email endpoint to practice@lab.com per the requirements, and then click Create Topic and Next. Lastly, I'll name the alarm Lab Alarm and click Next to be taken to the review page. On the review page, I can see that everything is where I want it, so I'll go ahead and click Create Alarm. And I'm done.